It is Shullsburg against Spring Valley for the WIAA Division IV State Championship. Hello again, everyone. Jim Sosha, Bill Groff back at the UW Fieldhouse. Just a minute to go before we tip this one off. We're going to take a look now at where all four contestants in the Division IV Championship round come from. Our two contestants today, Shullsburg in the southwestern part of Wisconsin, and we go up to the northwest to find Spring Valley. Wasaki and Cassville were here yesterday, but they were beaten in the first round. Bill, transition basketball might be the key in this one today.
Well, I really think it is. Both teams can score a lot of points in a very short period of time. And as we said yesterday, Jim, no lead has been sacred in this state tournament.
Spring Valley scored 37 in their come-from-behind win yesterday against Cassville. That, by the way, is a state tournament record. They were just outstanding down the stretch. Now, for the starting lineups for our first championship game of the day, here's PA announcer Jack Rain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the championship round of the 76th annual WIAA Boys State High School Basketball Tournament. For the 1991 Division IV State Championship, representing the Dunn St. Croix Conference, the Cardinals of Spring Valley. Their opponent, representing the Blackhawk Conference, the Miners of Shullsburg. For Shullsburg at forward, a 6'2" junior, number 24, Corey Krybeck. For Spring Valley, for Shullsburg, a 5'11" senior, number 30, Brad Lutz. For Shullsburg, a 6'2" senior, number 42, Justin Ed. For Spring Valley, a 6-foot senior, number 32, Scott Johnson. At center for Shullsburg, a 6'3" senior, number 55, Rick Woodworth. For Spring Valley, at center, a 6'4" senior, number 34, Dan Hallback. The guard for Shullsburg, a 6'1" senior, number 32, Chad Betcher. For Spring Valley at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 22, Kevin Mueller. For Shullsburg, a 5'7" senior, number 22, Gerald Morrissey. For Spring Valley, a 5'10" sophomore, number 20, Sean Houlihan. The coach of the Shullsburg Miners, completing his 19th season, Robert Betcher, and his assistant, Mark Lehrman. The coach of the Spring Valley Cardinals, completing his first season, Rob Bosshart, and his assistants, Rick Gould and Mark Johnson. The officials assigned for the WIAA for the Division IV State Championship game, Dean Oscar and Jim Krogstad.
Another big crowd here at the Fieldhouse. I think as the day goes on, Bill, they're probably going to pack this place. We had great crowds last week for the girls' tournament, and again, same story, and even a little bit better here for the boys.
Well, it's really interesting, Jim. We were here early, of course, and when they open the doors, it's a mad rush. They get in here as soon as they can. They're pumped. They really are.
They let some of that cold air, because of all the fans coming in, the cold air gets in the Fieldhouse, but it doesn't take long to warm this old building up at all. It's heating up already, and we're not even underway here. Shullsburg against Spring Valley, the Division IV State Championship game. Shullsburg 23-3. Spring Valley got hot at the right time. They are 18-8, and here we go. We are underway, and Spring Valley controls the tip. They go on the left side to Kevin Mueller. On the drive, back out high to Houlihan. Here's Krybeck. He was outstanding yesterday. He'll try one early. Doesn't get the roll, and Shullsburg has a rebound. Rick Woodworth, who had so many of them yesterday.
He had 11 of them yesterday, and he's starting out on the same pattern.
Brad Lutz holds high, comes left side, Justin Edge. No good. Rebound comes down to Shullsburg. Lutz, right side Morrissey. Lutz thought about it, goes to Betcher.
As we expected, Jim, both teams are in a real pressurized man-for-man defense.
Lutz taking their time. Morrissey had the shot, goes inside instead to Justin Edge, and Shullsburg leads it 2-zip.
Make that first basket and get all the nervousness out of your system.
Spring Valley goes to Krybeck. Krybeck had a big day yesterday. He had 31 points. From outside, 18-footer off the rim, no good. Johnson got it back, and Spring Valley will reset the offense. Taken away. Good quick hands by Brad Lutz, and Shullsburg a chance to go up by 4.
Brad Lutz is a very good defensive player.
Here's Chad Betcher. He's the coach's son. He's a real leader out there on the floor. Betcher, he'll fire from 15. In and out, no good. Rebound, Lutz. Johnson has the board, and Lutz commits a foul.
That's just a situation where he's so pumped and things are starting to heat up a little bit, and he just made a bad decision and reached in.
Shullsburg beat Wasaki 61-57 yesterday to get to the championship game, and Spring Valley with that 37-point fourth quarter knocked off Cassville 89-82. Baseline, Krybeck, he misses again, so he's 0 for 2. He shot the ball very well from the floor yesterday. Chad Betcher goes inside Justin Edge, and he traveled.
Again, I think it's just a little bit of the nervousness. We got to run up and down the floor a couple more times to get it out of our systems.
First turnover for the Miners here. We played about 2 minutes, and Shullsburg on top, 2-0. Here's Krybeck again. Krybeck, he's open. He'll miss again. He's 0 for 3, and the rebound comes down to Lutz. Krybeck was really effective yesterday, Bill, when he put the ball on the floor and took it to the basket.
Oh, he was really in rhythm yesterday, Jim. It was fun to watch.
Here's Justin Edge. Tough shot. And he is called for the player control foul. So that's turnover number 2 for the Miners, and the ball goes back to Spring Valley. The Cardinals still looking to get on the scoreboard.
Take a look. You can see that the defensive player was in position waiting for the charge.
Sean Houlihan will bring it down for Spring Valley. He'll fire and hit. And we are tied, 2-2.
Spring Valley's coming with a little bit of token pressure right now, nothing real intense.
So it takes Spring Valley more than 2 minutes to score, and I don't think they went through any one stretch yesterday where they went more than 30 seconds without scoring a basket. From the outside, shot in and out, no good, and Krybeck goes high to get it, and then gets called for the foul. They say he was on the back of Brad Lutz.
That's an excellent call. The defensive man had position. He was planted, and you'll see it here. Right over the top. In fact, he knocks him to the floor.
Morrissey way short from outside. Justin Edge scores. 4-2 Shullsburg. Justin Edge looking good inside early. He had 12 yesterday, averages 19 a game over the course of the regular season. Turnaround jump shot, Johnson. Make that Hallback. Excuse me, Dan Hallback hits the turnaround, Jay, and we're tied at 4.
You know, yesterday, Jim, we had 5 Spring Valley players in double figures. They really distributed the points.
A little wet spot on the floor across the way, and the official dries it off, and we're ready to go. This is the first of 4 state championship games today. We've got the Division 3 game coming up this afternoon, and then Divisions 2 and 1 coming your way on the WIAA State Network tonight. So stick around. Lots of good basketball action. Chad Betcher in and out. There's Edge again inside, and it's 6-4 Shullsburg. He has all 6 of the Miners' points.
He's hot. They're going to keep looking for him, too.
Mueller goes on the right side to Hallback, and he's called for the travel. Turnover number 2 for Spring Valley, and they haven't really gotten into the flow yet, Joe.
No, they look just a little bit out of sync. But don't go away and don't blink.
Chad Betcher will try again. He'll miss again, and the rebound goes to Sean Houlihan. Spring Valley trying to run this time. Krybeck in the open floor. On the drive, off the glass, no good. So Krybeck cold in the early going. He's 0 for 4, and it's still 6-4 Shullsburg.
You can see the tendencies, though, Jim. They're pushing the ball up the floor, and they're taking shots after 1 or 2 passes.
Chad Betcher Goes to Woodworth. First time he's really touched the ball offensively, and the ball off his foot and out of bounds. Woodworth had a big game yesterday. He had 20 points and 11 rebounds. The 6'3" senior banging inside, doing a nice job.
The key to his game is he gets such good position.
Houlihan on the miss, and Lutz with a rebound. 3:45 to go. Shullsburg still up 2. It's only 6-4. They go inside. They throw it away. Taken out of there by Scott Johnson. That's turnover number 4. And Justin Edge going for the steal. Ball goes out of bounds, but Spring Valley will retain possession.
And Jim, number 50 just came in the game for Spring Valley. That's super sub Mike Churchill. 11 rebounds and 11 points yesterday.
He'll replace Dan Hallback. Kevin Mueller. They go inside. Shot off the rim, no good. Edge battles and finally gets it. Justin Edge playing a whale of a game here in the first quarter. Betcher to Morrissey to Lutz. He was tempted. He'll drive instead. Has it blocked, and Churchill, the man in there for about 10 seconds, comes down with it.
He makes a difference right away.
Houlihan is fouled as he tries to penetrate. And they'll call that one against Chad Betcher. You remember yesterday, Betcher, who came into the game averaging 15 points a game, was held to 6, but that's because he spent a lot of time sitting down next to his father. He was in foul trouble all day long. Churchill has it blocked, just throws it up as he falls down. Rebound, Houlihan, no good, and the next rebound comes down to Eric Weigel, who just came into the game for Shullsburg.
There must be a piece of cellophane on top of the rim right now, Jim.
Here's Edge over to Weigel, around and in. First 2 for Weigel, and Shullsburg goes up 8-4. Steal off the ref. They're playing pinball out there, and Spring Valley gets it back. Houlihan dishes off. Churchill missed it. Krybeck tries. Spring Valley gets it again. And I think Johnson gets called for the traveling violation.
They really controlled that series around the offensive board that time.
Timeout on the floor. Shullsburg leads by 4, 8-4. Coverage of the WIAA State Championships continues after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Cenex Land O'Lakes and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
You've got to get the most out of a big investment like this, and one way to do it is by using the right fuel. Cenex Fieldmaster XL Premium Diesel. Fieldmaster XL has a combination of exclusive new additives that work to lubricate and protect the fuel system for a longer life. You get cleaner injectors and a smoother running engine. Whether you run Fieldmaster XL in that big green tractor or a big white one like this. Oh, I wonder if it could get a little more life out of me.
Wisconsin is famous for milk as fresh, pure, and wholesome as Wisconsin itself. And the great tasting dairy products we make from our milk. That's why wherever you go in America, you'll find more and more people looking for dairy products made right here in Wisconsin. Look for them in your supermarket. They're America's dairy best. Homegrown in Wisconsin.
Sometimes the official gets in the way, although it's not his fault. Watch this play.
Things get going here, and the official is scrambling to get out of the way. He tried hard, and let's not fault him. It's a fast-paced game, and some of my best friends are officials, and that will happen every once in a while.
He was really in perfect position. That's where he's supposed to be in the front court.
He was.
Excuse me, Bill, neither team shooting the ball well at all. Spring Valley has missed 11 out of 13, and Shullsburg just shooting 33%. Both teams tight, or what do you think?
Well, the only good thing about that is that you're getting shots, and eventually they'll fall. You want to keep putting the ball up.
8-4, Shullsburg leads. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. On the baseline, Justin Edge, he misses. And Spring Valley on the run. Ben Lamb in the game for the first time, goes inside, and Johnson walked with the ball again.
It just seems like they're going a little bit too fast for themselves. You know, you got to be quick, but don't hurry. It's one of those situations.
4 turnovers for Spring Valley, but they get it back. Shot no good by Johnson, and they blew an easy opportunity on that play. Nice defense, but not a good shot. Off the glass and in. Rick Woodworth nails it, and it's 10 for Shullsburg. Woodworth with his first 2.
It was a nice little bank shot.
Here's Lamb. Stolen away by Justin Edge. He'll go all the way. And he lost it out of bounds, but it was touched last by Ben Lamb.
Lots of excitement, not too many points being put on the board.
Oh, man, he thought he had an easy 2, but neither team really hanging on to the ball here.
As he bobbles it here, the defensive man gets his hand in there and swats it away.
Betcher fires, baseline, no good, and Churchill has the board. Spring Valley running, 2-on-2, Krybeck. 10-6, first basket of the game for Krybeck. He's been told maybe that easy one will get him going.
Quick turnover.
Another steal, Spring Valley. Krybeck had the 3, decides not to take it. Goes inside to Johnson, and it's stolen by Weigel.
Well, nobody can say there's not a lot of action, Jim.
6 turnovers for Spring Valley. We're down to 55 seconds to go here in the first. Shullsburg leads by 4, 10-6. Morrissey goes inside on the dish to Woodward. Back to Betcher. Way short. Spring Valley a run. Krybeck with a breakaway. Tough shot, and he's fouled. Wow, what a play by Krybeck. The ball was maybe a little out of reach, and he couldn't just lay it in on the right side, so he had to go all the way underneath, and he made a heck of a play.
Well, once he gets it ahead of him here, he kind of loses control, regains his balance, and goes to the other side of the basket. Kind of pushed off the defensive player there and kept him off his back. Here's another great angle for us. He used the basket as a obstacle for the defensive player. That was a very smart move.
Krybeck has 4, a chance to make it 5. Brad Burgess into the game for Spring Valley for the first time. 3-point play is good, and Spring Valley back to within 1. 10-9 with 35 seconds to go.
You didn't think that lead was going to stand, did you, Jim?
Not really. Not the way they play. They're a real streak team, no doubt about it. Woodworth with the ball. Goes right side to number 20, Nick Packett, who was so effective yesterday, to Edge. He'll fire and miss. Rebound scramble. Spring Valley has it with 10 seconds to go. They don't have it for long, though. Justin Edge with the loose ball with 7, with 6. I'm not sure they know how much time is left. With 4, with 3. Here's Morrissey, and it's in! Daryl Morrissey, a double, triple, or maybe quadruple pumping drive at the first quarter buzzer, and it's 12-9, and I'll tell you what, that's worth another look. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Action in the 1991 WIAA State Basketball Championships will continue after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Since 1940, Ayers Furniture in Ridgeway has brought a family tradition of excellence to the area by offering a huge selection of quality home furnishings at the guaranteed lowest prices. And today, you still find those same small-town values of personal service and complete satisfaction. So come to Ridgeway and celebrate the golden anniversary of Ayers Furniture during the spring cleaning sale. Save 20 to 50% off everything in the store. And as always, delivery is free. Ayers Furniture just 30 minutes west of Madison in Ridgeway, celebrating 50 years of service, selection, and savings.
Aaron's Cadillac Oldsmobile sells luxury for less. A new 91 Olds 88 Royale, a spacious family car with a powerful 3800 V6 engine and front-wheel drive, is available now at Aaron's from $14,496. Or test drive the new 91 Olds Cutlass Supreme. It's one car that does it all, from style to handling to ride. It's every car you've ever wanted, and it's priced at Aaron's from $12,789. Why would you buy anywhere else? Why would you even look anywhere else? Aaron's Cadillac Oldsmobile in Madison.
Bill, Daryl Morrissey, not normally a huge offensive threat, but with time running out, he knew what to do with it on this play.
Well, I think part of the problem, Jim, was he got underneath the scoreboard, and he didn't know what was left, but he took another quick dribble and threw it up there, and the end result turned out pretty nice.
Beautiful play, no doubt about it. I guess he really got the roll on that shot.
You know, playing in the field house is a little bit different than the kids are normally used to. That overhead scoreboard, and then the other scoreboards are in the corners.
Justin Edge all alone off the inbounds play for an easy one, and he held on to it that time. Edge with 8, and Shullsburg leads by 5. 14-9. 2 quick hoops for the Miners. They go inside to Hullback. He fires, and it's way short, taken down by Eric Weigel. Here's Mr. Morrissey. Let's see if he drives to the basket again this time. I think not.
I think he's pretty happy with what just happened.
Weigel, and he's got a whistle off the ball inside, and the foul is going to go against Spring Valley, I think. They'll call it on number 32, Scott Johnson.
We've got some interesting action between Rick Woodworth and Dan Hullbeck around the basket. They're getting to know each other real well.
Weigel goes right side. That's Packett. Not this time.
And before, Rick Woodworth made friends with Mike Churchill around the basket also. Lots of nice big man action going on.
They come out high to Morrissey. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Shullsburg leading Spring Valley in the Division IV championship game. Woodworth on the drive. He'll take it in and lay it in. Woodworth with 4, and Shullsburg up 7, 16-9. Back inside on the other end. Johnson in and out.
These misses have been high percentage shots, Jim.
Morrissey to Packett on the baseline. Tries to go up and has it knocked away and out of bounds again. You know, Packett yesterday, 6 out of 7 from the floor, 14 points off the bench.
Well, I don't think you're going to hold him down. You know, he may be in a little slump right now, but look out.
Packett is a 5'11" junior, comes into the game averaging just 5 points a game, so yesterday was a big one for him. Looks for the shot, takes it, missed it this time. Rebound to Spring Valley, and they'll run. Lamb got the loose ball, missed it, got it back. Weigel goes down, and he's called for the travel.
Well, they had the numbers advantage on that fast break, and the trailer ends up getting the shot, but it didn't go.
6:41 to go here in quarter number 2, 16-9. Shullsburg with the lead. A long 3 is up and in by Kevin Mueller. A good foot and a half behind the line, and that's a big one for Spring Valley. They're back to within 4.
Well, they were due.
Rick Woodworth comes out high to Packett. Almost lost it. Gets it back. Real tough defensive pressure by Spring Valley right now.
You know, yesterday, Jim, I thought that was what started the surge when they scored the 37 points.
Woodworth is fouled inside.
They did a lot of good things defensively, and that resulted in some points.
Down to 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Shullsburg up by 4. Morrissey going to get a little bit of a rest. Chad Betcher comes back into the game. Morrissey going to sit down and tell his teammates how you hit the quadruple pumper at the end of the quarter.
Maybe they'll diagram that.
Here's Weigel.
This is the route I took to the basket, guys.
Packett for 3, yes. A deep sigh of relief from Nick Packett as he goes back over the half-court line. He's got 3. His team leads by 7, 19-12. Krybeck goes to Lamb on the baseline. High archer, good.
Well, he had to do that because Rick Woodworth was coming at him, so he just adjusted the shot a little bit.
Weigel playing with that big knee brace on the right leg. Goes to Woodworth. Back inside. Woodworth fires around and in. No doubt about it. The balls that are hanging on the rim are falling in for Shullsburg, but they're not dropping for Spring Valley, Bill.
But eventually they will, Jim.
Krybeck from the free throw line. There it is. In and out, no good, but Churchill got it back. He missed it. Justin Edge pulls it down, running the other way. This is Packett. Good job of getting back defensively by Spring Valley. 5 minutes to go. It's 21-14. Shullsburg on top by 7. Packett, Woodworth.
Woodworth is out there on the perimeter bringing Mike Churchill away from the basket now.
Kevin Mueller reaches in and commits the foul, his first of the afternoon, and Neither team in the bonus, so Shullsburg will inbound the ball in the front court. Another substitution coming in. Brad Lutz will come back into the game, and Justin Edge comes out, and he's done a nice job.
Yes, he has. I've been very impressed with Justin yesterday and today.
Yesterday, Edge had 12 points, and that's pretty impressive because he really took charge in the fourth quarter. He spent a lot of time, as did Betcher, on the bench with some foul trouble.
Well, maybe they were sitting on the bench talking about the state championship game today, Jim.
Brad Lutz has it. Goes inside. Good pass to Packett, but he took steps.
We've had our share of violations so far. And again, it's a state championship game. These kids haven't been exposed to something like this.
That's 8 turnovers for the Miners. Spring Valley a chance to cut into that deficit. Churchill from way outside. No good, but he's fouled by Rick Woodworth. We saw Churchill yesterday, Bill, take a couple shots from out around that three-point line. Apparently, he's got pretty good range.
I was a little surprised yesterday, but apparently he does take these shots, and he feels comfortable with them. And what he's doing is he's bringing Rick Woodworth out on the perimeter on him.
21-14, Churchill at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. You know, most of the people who live in Shullsburg are here at the Fieldhouse today, but one very important guy is not. John Engels, the principal of Shullsburg High School, hasn't been feeling well lately. He's at home convalescing, and got a note from all of the Shullsburg fans before the game who wanted us to extend a big thank you for what Mr. Engel has done for them, and they know that he's watching at home, and so they're all hoping, as we are, that you get well soon. Jump shot from the free throw line, Chad Betcher, and that doesn't hurt when you're convalescing at home. When a guy like Betcher nails a shot, it's 23-15, Shullsburg. Another steal. Here's Nick Packett. He'll take it in. Double pump? No. Betcher. Follow? No. But he's fouled.
It was a very nice follow-up on that shot. Just a little bit off on the timing.
Packett makes a nice move here on the double pump, and watch Betcher. Real athletic play.
That's a tough play, Jim. You're going full speed. You're coming in with one hand. You're trying to control it.
Okay, timeout on the floor. 4:02 left. It's Shullsburg by 8, 23-15. Our state tournament coverage continues after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance Companies and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
After the games, there are 2 more significant trophies to be presented. The WIAA Boys and Girls Sportsmanship Awards, sponsored by the rural companies. Presented to the schools which demonstrate the best spirit of fellowship and good conduct. These awards recognize the true spirit of the games. The rural companies support these high ideals and are proud to sponsor these trophies because we truly believe it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
When you have a home project in mind, Menards has what you need. Check out our Artesian showroom for the latest in bath planning ideas. This durable white remodeler bathtub is on sale for just $129. Mahogany tri-fold doors by Abitibi are perfect for closets and more. This 24-inch full louver door is just $19.99. Discover the home improvement possibilities this week at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Jim Socia, Bill Groff back at the Fieldhouse. Shullsburg with an 8-point lead here midway through the second quarter of play. Coming up in just a few minutes, Jay Wilson with the York halftime report. Going the distance with Madison Memorial cross-country star Phil Downs. What an athlete he is. You get a chance to meet him. Coming up with Jay in just a few minutes. Bill, Spring Valley getting some good shots, but they're not making them. They're only 6 out of 24.
Well, that's around 25%, and you got to shoot better than that if you're going to win a state championship.
Chad Betcher at the line. Haven't really heard much from Betcher so far. He's only got 2 points. I say only because he averages 15 a game.
There was a great shot of Rob Bossart, first-year coach. What a thrill. I wonder if when he went into coaching, if he ever thought he'd be in a state championship game his first year.
24-15 and 9-point lead for Shullsburg. Churchill goes back door, and it's deflected away nicely and out of bounds off the hands of Brad Lutz.
I'm sure if things don't improve here, Coach Bossard is going to talk about that third quarter from yesterday and if they can duplicate it, because they need something.
Krybeck fires and misses. Rebound battle inside. Shot no good, but a nice effort by Scott Johnson in the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
He obviously was really pushed off balance here. He goes up strong. That's a tough one to convert.
Tom King comes into the lineup for Shullsburg. Our first look at him, he'll give Rick Woodworth a little bit of a rest.
Well, Rick's got 2 fouls, and he's a force around the basket, so they've got to kind of use him sparingly now. He doesn't need 3 going into halftime.
Scott Johnson, this guy's a mighty fine athlete. His first point of the game, he's an all-conference baseball player, the all-conference punter last season, and an outstanding defensive player as well. You'll see him matching up generally with the opposition's best scorer.
You're going to apply a little full court pressure here, Jim, off the made free throw.
24-17, Spring Valley back to within 7. King on the drive, overlays the hoop, but gets the rebound. King to Betcher, and it's stolen away by Spring Valley. They'll bring it down in a hurry. Krybeck goes up, misses, but gets fouled.
There's another high percentage shot. It's a layup. I think maybe if he would have used his left hand here, watch what he does. He puts it up with his right hand. A left-handed layup, I believe, would have been a lot more effective.
You know, that's a good point, Bill, because we saw him several times yesterday switch hands, either right or left, depending on the shot.
I just don't think putting the right hand coming on the left side there helped him at all. Just threw him off.
Krybeck no good on the second one, and they're going to whistle Churchill for an over-the-back foul. Both teams in the bonus, so Shullsburg will walk down to the other end of the floor, and they'll go to the free throw line, and they lead it by 6 right now, 24-18. And we're going to get a look at Tom King on the line. King, a 6'2" senior, averaging an even 2 points a game on the season.
You know, Jim, Spring Valley is struggling now, but you look up at the scoreboard and they're only 6 down, so things will work out for them.
Spring Valley has the rebound, and they bring it down. That's Kevin Mueller. Mueller back out high to Houlihan. They swing it to Krybeck. Baseline on the way. Good.
Nice pull-up shot. Under control. Nice rotation on the ball. Follow through.
Krybeck has 8, and Spring Valley within 4 at 24-20. Betcher to King. King to Lutz. Over to Packett. He's open. Not that time, and a long rebound is out of bounds, and they say that Kevin Mueller touched it last. I think Mueller made a mistake there. He could have just let that thing go out of bounds. He didn't need to save it. No one had touched it after the shot.
Apparently he was in doubt, and if you're in doubt, you got to go for it. It's more embarrassing to just let it bounce out of bounds and look at it.
We're under 3 minutes to go. Whistle and another foul, and Scott Johnson picks up his 3rd foul of the game, and that's key.
Well,
they need him in there.
Coach has got to make a decision now. Do you let him in for the remainder of the half, or do you sit him down and just hope that nothing real bad happens?
Nick Packett with 4 points on the afternoon. A 3-pointer and a free throw for him, and it's 25-20 Shullsburg. Daryl Morrissey going to come back in for Packett if he makes this free throw.
And Chad Freshley came in, so that answers that question, Jim.
Packett hits them both, and he'll take a break. He leaves with 5 points, and his team leading by 6, and Morrissey is now back in there.
Well, Jim, if you remember yesterday, a little bit over 3 minutes, Spring Valley was down 10, and look what happened. Here they are playing the state championship game.
Freshley has it. Goes inside to Krybeck, working inside. Good head fake, but has it blocked inside, and Freshley picks up the loose ball. Here's Mueller on the drive. Puts it in.
Nice penetration move, adjusted his shot a little bit over the taller players around the basket.
Kevin Mueller has 5, and it's a 4-point Shullsburg lead, 26-22 with 2:10 to go here in the first half. Spring Valley just hanging around. They're not playing as well as they did yesterday, but they're definitely within striking range. Lutz to King. King will shoot, but not before he travels.
Well, that's a shot for a left-hander going to his right. It's a little unusual. It's a little unorthodox. And as a result, he just couldn't get his feet organized.
10 turnovers for Shullsburg, and Spring Valley a chance to cut it to 2.
It's good to see both teams are staying with their man-for-man defense. That's what got them here, and that's what they're going to use to win a state championship.
Mueller on the drive, fires from outside, good. A 2-pointer, and he had to jackknife his entire body to get that one there. It goes. He's got 7, and it's 26-24.
He said something to the official, Jim. He thought maybe it was a 3, but the official had a much better look. He was looking at the line, and he was looking at the basket.
Morrissey doubled up. And a foul inside. I'm not sure if it was against the player guarding Morrissey or not. Sean Houlihan gets called for the foul. That's his second foul. King will come out. He'll take a break. He was in there for about 2 minutes, and Mueller goes to, or Morrissey rather, goes to the line and can't convert. Spring Valley can tie on this trip. Houlihan over to Mueller. He'll fire again. Short this time, and Morrissey has the long rebound. He'll slow it down with 1:08 to go in the half, 26-24. Eric Weigel, who's back in there, he replaced King. Lutz working inside, and bodies flying around inside. Weigel hits the floor hard, and he was fouled by Freshley. That's number 1 on Freshley, and Weigel will go to the free throw line. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Neither team has really been able to make much of a run, and to be honest with you, I think we both expected maybe a little bit of a streak game here.
Well, maybe we're going to get that in the second half, Jim.
Stay
taking a little bit longer to warm up today.
Maybe it's all that cold air they let in the field house this morning. Weigel makes 2, and Shullsburg back out on top by 4, 28-24. Freshley will fire from outside. He misses, and Lutz has it with 45 to go.
He was relatively open for the shot. It just missed off.
Betcher to Morrissey, over to Lutz. Back to Weigel. Down to 30 seconds to go. Betcher on the cut inside. Nice looking play for 2 points.
Nice give and go play. Well executed.
Betcher has 5. We're down to 20 seconds left in the half. Shullsburg back on top by 6. Ball loose, picked up there by Mueller. He'll drive. He goes in. Contact and a blocking foul. Weigel is the man who gets the personal foul, and that'll send Mueller to the free throw line.
Here's the toughest call in basketball, Jim. And we have the advantage of looking at it at instant replay, but these officials got to make it right then.
Kevin Mueller goes to the line. He's got 7 points so far today. He had 11 yesterday against Cassville. He's a senior. He nailed 4 3-point shots in the sectional finals, and that was one big reason why Spring Valley is here at the Fieldhouse playing for a state championship.
Well, you know how he wants this to end. It's his senior year. It's his last ball game. He wants to go out as a state champion.
Brad Burgess back in the lineup for Spring Valley, and Chad Freshley will sit down for the last 10 seconds.
We got pretty good size in there now, and they put him in there to possibly get an offensive rebound if the free throw's missed.
Hey, don't go away. Coming up in just a few minutes, Jay Wilson with the York halftime report. Good stuff to show you there. Second free throw also good. And it's 30-26, down to 10 seconds to go. Almost stolen away. Morrissey fires from way outside, not even close. Rebound to Spring Valley. Stolen back by Lutz. The shot in the air. It wouldn't have counted. No fouls, and that is the end of half number 1. Shullsburg leading it 30-26. 28-26. It's been a pretty good one so far. We'll be back in a minute. Our state tournament coverage continues after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance Companies and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
Good driving is a habit. You can learn good driving habits or bad driving habits. You can be a good driver or a bad driver. You decide. Who pays for bad drivers?
Both hands on the wheel.
Good habits have their rewards.
When you have a home project in mind, Menards has what you need. Check out our Artesian showroom for the latest in bath planning ideas. This durable white remodeler bathtub is on sale for just $129. Mahogany bifold doors by Abitibi are perfect for closets and more. This 24-inch full louver door is just $19.99. Discover the home improvement possibilities this week at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Chip Social, Bill Groff back at the Fieldhouse. Shullsburg leading by 4 at halftime, 30-26. I think it's fair to say both teams looked a little bit sharper than they do yesterday.
Well, you know, Jim, maybe yesterday because they were both intense ball games, just took a lot out of them, and they're going to have to regroup and get together a little bit. Both teams are really out of sync.
Yeah, Krybeck for Spring Valley had that big game yesterday. He had 31 points. Got off to kind of a slow start. I think he's got 8 at halftime. What are they going to do to get him going maybe a little bit in the second half?
Well, maybe run some more screens for him, have him come off screens, you know, just move around. It's all a matter of timing right now on both sides.
Do you think Shullsburg's done a pretty good job getting back on defense, slowing down that Spring Valley break?
I think they've done an excellent job. I really do. But again, we know what can happen.
Yeah, we sure do. 37 points in the fourth quarter yesterday by Spring Valley, so don't go away. They can explode at any time. We're going to be back in just a minute with some first half highlights, but right now, Jay Wilson standing by with the York Halftime Report.
The York Halftime Report is brought to you by York Heating and Air Conditioning and York Weatherman dealers throughout Wisconsin. York makes you feel good inside.
Hi, everybody. Jay Wilson back with you at the Fieldhouse. Well, everything we expected in our first half of the Division IV championship game. Shullsburg leading Spring Valley by 4 at half. Coming up right after this, Ken Syke and Bill Groff will be along with the Division III championship game that will have Phillips going up against Cuba City. Well, on a cold October day last fall in Wisconsin Rapids, Madison Memorial distance runner Phil Downs outran the field to win his second straight state boys cross-country championship. You might be surprised to know that Downs is only a junior this year, and he's expecting big things to come.
If you see Phil Downs, you see a mild-mannered young man who doesn't really care to draw any attention to himself. But when he runs, you can't help but notice him. For the past 2 years, Phil Downs has won the state Class A cross-country title. And next year, he's a senior. He'll be looking for a three-peat, something that's never been done in Class A.
Does your success surprise you in any way?
Yeah, it really has. When I started winning the meets, like first cross-country meet, I didn't win, but I got second. Really surprised me.
Downs started as a swimmer and didn't get seriously involved in running until just before high school. But now running is what he does best.
Yeah, once I found out what I had, what kind of talent I had, I figured I should use it and put it to good use.
Are swimming and cross and distance running related then somehow?
Yeah, I swam last summer and it really helped. It just helps your overall conditioning.
To be a cross-country champion, you don't go out and just run a race. An important part of winning is getting ready to win.
A big race like Kenny meet, I'll just think about, I'll see myself running the race and going over the course and having a good race. And another thing I think about is all the trainings I've done. And I think about, I've done it right, I've done enough, and I know I can do it.
He and I sit down and map out the week's progress, and I listen to him because any good coach has to listen to the athletes. I certainly read. I listen to what other coaches have done with their top-notch athletes. I go to clinics, but I don't think you can underestimate what athletes feel. And if they start to feel a little dragged out, then we cut back. And if they feel that they can do a little bit more, like double workouts, and then we go.
Downs also gets good grades at Madison's Memorial High School. Studies are also an important part of his training.
When you're in season, you basically come home 6, 7, well, probably 7 o'clock, you finally get going after eating. You don't have much free time to watch TV or anything. You just got to hit the books for a couple hours. You just have to get into a good pattern, just like, just hit the books every day, just like you do running. Just, they tie into each other, just get into a good pattern.
Phil has established himself as one of the nation's top high school runners. He finished 14th at the prestigious Kinney Championships in San Diego last fall. And heading into his senior year, his goals and expectations will be very high indeed.
Oh, yes, I think that it's a great time, but you can't let in other words, people telling you how good you are is one thing, but another thing is to do it. And he still has to remember to do it, and I don't have any reason to believe that he won't.
I'd like to run, after college and after all that, as long as I can, or until you have to settle down and get a job.
Leads for what could be a very exciting track season coming up as the seasons continue to change in the WIAA. We're at halftime of the Division IV championship game. It's Shullsburg 30, Spring Valley 26. Jim and Bill will be back in a moment to take a look back at the first half. But first, a word from York. This is your WIAA network station.
At York, we carefully build and test our high-efficiency central air conditioners to make sure they're so trouble-free. Because we know that cowboys, architects, and our future Olympians need to be comfortable with where they're headed. York, proud sponsor of the '92 U.S. Olympic team.
Call your nearby York Weatherman dealer. In Madison, call Midwest Heating and Air Conditioning. Call service specialists in Sun Prairie, Al's Electric in Platteville, BTU Management in Boston, and Zimmerman and Golds in Portage.
Jim Socha and Bill Groff at the field house, just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. Shullsburg leading Spring Valley by 4, 30-26. We got lots of highlights to show you, so let's get right to them. Here's my favorite play of the first half. Shullsburg takes a 3-point lead at the quarter thanks to this beautiful move by Daryl Morrissey. Not bad, huh, Coach?
That's his version of a Michael Jordan move.
4 pumps and about 5 bounces. Spring Valley down by 9, 24-15, but they make a nice little comeback. Kevin Mueller nails a 3.
Well, neither team could run away from each other.
Here's their super sub, Nick Packett for Shullsburg. He had 14 yesterday, and he did a good job again in the first half, nailing this 3. He's got 5 so far. Okay, here's a guy for Spring Valley who got off to a slow start, missed his first 4 or 5 shots. Finally, Corey Krybeck got it going in the second quarter.
There was a nice dribble, penetration, and a jump shot off the penetration move.
Watch Mueller here using every ounce of strength in his body to get this long 2 to fall, and game got pretty close in the second quarter. Chad Betcher, we didn't hear a lot from him today for Shullsburg, but he makes a nice cut to the basket here on this play, and that's the last hoop, if you can see the scoreboard there, of the first half. Shullsburg leading 30-26. And we go to the statistics. Neither team shooting particularly well, but Spring Valley, they've really missed a lot of pretty good shots, Bill.
This is why they've gotten in trouble. 29% from the floor. 40% for Shullsburg is respectable, but it could be better also. They've got to get better field goal shooting, and they got to get in sync. They just got to start moving a little bit more fluid and together.
Individual leaders, Mueller with 9 and Krybeck with 8, and Justin Edge was tremendous in the first quarter, but after that, they really shut him down, didn't they?
Well, this is one of those games where it seems like a lot of people are getting shut down. A lot of action, as we had talked about, but not much stuff going on as far as changing the light bulbs on the scoreboard.
I tell you what, both teams are warmed up now, and we're ready for what should be a supercharged second half, and we'll be back with that action after this. Action in the 1991 WIAA State Basketball Championships will continue after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
When you buy a car from Engstad Chevrolet Buick Oldsmobile Geo, you'll get complete satisfaction from sales to service. Engstad has been awarded the Service Excellence Award for the tri-state area. Come on in and see Dick and his friendly staff for your next new car. Using the most modern equipment, the specially trained service technicians and the experienced body shop personnel will make your car like new again. Complete satisfaction from members of the Badgerland Buick dealers. Engstead Chevrolet Buick Old Geo in Darlington.
If there's a fence in your future, the time to place your order is now. Right now, before the big rush, the Qualine Fence Company in Waunakee is offering big preseason savings on all fence material, up to 25%. Save on safe and secure kennels for your pet. Save on flagpoles that stay good-looking years longer. Save where you'll find the largest selection of fencing material for farm, home, or business. Get preseason savings now with diamond dependability at the Qualine Fence Company in Waunakee.
The state tournament here. Spring Valley making their 5th trip, but things have really changed, Bill, since their last journey to the field house back in 1942.
Well, in 1942, when they were last year, they played a total of 4 games, and in those 4 games, they produced a total of 78 points. Yesterday alone, they scored 89, and they've got 26 so far at halftime. Would you say that the game has increased in prolific scoring, Jim?
Oh, unbelievable. They almost averaged 20 points a game back in 1942. They were a high-scoring machine back then. Got a little announcement for you from the WIAA. The WIAA Basketball Rules Interpretations meeting that was scheduled for Tuesday, March 12th at Platteville High School has been rescheduled for Thursday, March 21st at Platteville High School. And that meeting will get underway at 7:30 p.m. WIAA State Tournament action is brought to you exclusively by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, who remind you that milk is the official beverage of the WIAA game.
Jim, I think this packed house is anticipating an explosion. And I mean, it's packed in here.
The first half may have just been the lull before the storm. At least we hope so. Not that it was a bad half. It's a 4-point game, and you can't ask for much more than that. But here we go. We're underway. Spring Valley with the ball here to start the second half. Hallback fires, misses, and there's Justin Edge with the rebound. Edge to Betcher in the front court. Back to Morrissey. Over to Brad Lutz.
Well, Spring Valley's back in their traditional man-for-man half-court defense.
Cross-court pass over to Edge. Another cross-court pass to Betcher, who fires and hits.
Well, that's called a shooter's touch. If you get that high bounce because of the rotation on the ball, she comes straight down.
Betcher nails it, and it's 33-26. Krybeck on the baseline. Good move.
Nice move. They're going to come right back and answer that.
So Krybeck with 10. He's off to a good start in the second half, as is Chad Betcher. It's 33-28. The Miners leading the Cardinals.
That's less than a minute. We've had a lot of action and a lot of scoring.
Here's Woodworth in the lane. He'll fire, and he'll hit. Go ahead, Bill.
I think we're heating up, Jim.
Rick Woodworth hasn't shot much, but when he has, he's been pretty darn good. He's 4 for 4. Krybeck on the miss. Woodworth with the rebound. Shullsburg up 7, a chance to take it up to 9. That would equal their biggest lead of the game if they can convert here. Here's Lutz inside, yes.
He really adjusted his shot nice in there. Very good.
He's not a big scorer. He's only got 2, but he's a very good athlete. They use him a lot in defensive situations. Inside, off the glass, and good. Dan Hallback, nice-looking play by Spring Valley. Hallback has 4, and the Cardinals back within 7 at 37-30. Woodworth loses it, gets it back, goes inside. Betcher with a look for Lutz, and a little out of his reach and out of bounds.
It was a good idea, it just wasn't executed properly.
Turnover number 11 for the Miners. Shullsburg got here by beating Wasaki yesterday, 61-57, and they had a nice defensive effort against Anthony Pieper. Pieper came in averaging 31 points a game, and they held him well under that yesterday.
And credit Brad Lutz for that effort. He just did a real job on Anthony.
Spring Valley turns it over. That's their 9th of the game, so it goes right back to Shullsburg.
They come back with some full court man pressure on the pass out of bounds now.
Lutz into the front court, takes it all the way and underlays, got it back. That was Justin Edge who got it back, and he scored. Edge with 10, and it's 39-30. Shot off the iron, no good. Mueller missed it. So we get a foul call.
Shullsburg foul, number 55, Rick Woodward.
That's Rick's third foul, and again, now we're going to have to make a decision. I believe he's going to come out.
Bob Betcher will make a substitution from that Shullsburg bench. Woodward is coming out. He'll be replaced by Eric Weigel. Eric Weigel, in that first half, did a nice job. Had several big rebounds.
Well, he's going to have to take over Rick's spot because Rick's a real strong rebounder.
They do lose a little size. Woodworth at 6'3" and a real solid guy, and Weigel only listed at 5'11". He maybe plays a little bigger than that, though.
Well, I think Spring Valley is thinking with Woodworth on the bench now, maybe now we can make a little surge.
Kevin Mueller nails both free throws, and it is again a 7-point game, 39-32. Lutz calling out the play, goes on this near side to Justin Edge, to Betcher, to Weigel to Edge. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Morrissey drives and has it taken away. Here comes Houlihan. Nice pass inside, but it's blocked. Betcher with the block, and it's a jump ball call.
There was a great defensive recovery by Betcher. Just super.
Wow, it looked like Spring Valley was going to get an easy basket here, but that Shullsburg defense, we were just talking about it. They're tough. Chad Freshley has it blocked away by Betcher.
And he blocked it with his inside hand, which is really key. That prevents you from fouling that player going for the basket.
Letting Lutz handle the ball a little bit more in the second half and playing Betcher more as a little bit of an off guard here.
Well, they're going to double him out around the half-court line, too, and make it tough on him.
Weigel loses it on the floor, and here comes Spring Valley again. This time Houlihan. Houlihan drops it off in the lane, and it's up and in. A nice look there, and Chad Freshley gets the hoop. His first of the game, and it's a 5-point game. Shullsburg 39-34.
There was a pretty dish off by Sean Houlihan.
Edge traveled with the ball.
Well, Jim, here comes Spring Valley. I got that feeling.
14 turnovers for Shullsburg. They did a nice job getting it to Edge at the high post, and he had something open, but he just couldn't decide whether to put it on the floor and make the pass, and that cost him. Mueller, right side Houlihan, gets it back. He'll drive. Inside to Krybeck, gets it, shoots it, missed it. Churchill, yes.
Well, Mike was real hot in the second half yesterday. He had all of his 11 points, so he must have remembered what he did yesterday.
He's got 2 in this second half, 3 for the game, and it's a 3-point game, 39-36. Knocked out of bounds by Scott Johnson.
Great overplay and denial of the pass that time.
You can sense that Spring Valley intensity is moving up a couple of levels here.
And you've got the people sitting in the Spring Valley section just ready to roar.
Betcher fires and hits. That's a 3.
That's going to quiet the Spring Valley crowd.
On the drive, Houlihan in and out. Betcher on the other end with a rebound. 42-36 Shullsburg. That was a big 3 by Betcher and a very big rebound as well. Right side, Weigel. To Betcher, to Morrissey, to Lutz.
Spring Valley just switching to a 1-3-1 zone.
Betcher again for 3. He's got 6 points in the last 30 seconds. He's hit 3 threes in a row on the other end. Shot off the iron, no, and a foul inside.
Jim, down here on the other end, when you play a 1-3-1 zone defense, the baseline areas are usually the first areas to be open, and that 3-point shot that was just canned bears that out. That's the vulnerable area against the 1-3-1. We'll see if Spring Valley goes back into it. Looks like they are.
Okay, with a timeout on the floor, Shullsburg has equaled their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 9, 45-36. The state championships continue after these words from our statewide sponsors, Marshfield Clinic and Senex Land O'Lakes. This is your WIAA network station.
My friends were shocked, leaving L.A., the beaches, the restaurants, the warm weather. But I'm here. The staff's outstanding. I can consult, discuss cases with nearly 300 specialists, still do my research, write papers. Main thing, spending a lot more time with patients. This small town in central Wisconsin, where else would I find such a warm and caring climate?
Marshfield Clinic, marking 3/4 of a century of service. Want to maximize milk production, reproductive efficiency, and profits? Now there's a lactation feeding program to help you do just that. Maxi Pro 305. It's based on rumen-available protein and rumen-available carbohydrate for optimal rumen functions. It also incorporates a new patented high-bypass protein ingredient, SurePro. The Maxi Pro 305 lactation feeding program. Only at your local Land O'Lakes or Senex cooperative.
Chad Betcher has gone from 5 points to 14 points in a big hurry. Threes are wild in the third. Betcher has attempted 3 threes, and he's made 3 threes. He's got 9 in the quarter, and Shullsburg back on top by 9. I think you're gonna see the ball go to Betcher again a few more times.
Well, and that was great recognition because he saw the 1-3-1 zone and he went right to the spot where he wants to be.
Shullsburg red hot in the third, and Spring Valley still struggling a bit. They're just 4 out of 10.
You're not surprised that they're getting hot, are you, Jim?
You figured somebody would get hot in this game. Both teams are very explosive. Pressure defense by Spring Valley. They get it? No, they don't. Betcher can't track it down, and on the turnover number 15, they'll go back to the Cardinals.
They went with a little zone press that time, and they double-teamed real intense in the backcourt, and it resulted in the turnover.
Down to 2:44 to go. Kryback gets it to Freshly. This time they go inside to Johnson. Good defense by Shullsburg. Johnson on the baseline, gets cut off. Kryback inside, off the glass and in. Kryback really effective when he gets inside. He's got 12, and it's now a 7-point game. Scramble, ball out of bounds, and Spring Valley touched it last.
Boy, they're making it interesting now.
Shullsburg going to take a timeout. Head coach Bob Betcher not liking what he sees, so he's going to sit his team down and discuss strategy. We'll keep it right here. The 1991 WIAA State Basketball Championships are brought to you exclusively by Menards, your complete home improvement headquarters. Well, you know, yesterday in that record-setting fourth quarter, Spring Valley had 14 points off turnovers, and they're starting to get it going a little bit here in the third. They've got 6 points off turnovers in the third quarter.
Well, you can see what they did. They came down one time. They played a 1-3-1 zone defense, half court. They came down the next time. They played a trapping zone press and really double-teamed hard in the backcourt. So they're changing their defenses, and they're causing some confusion. And that's the way they probably figure they're going to come back into this thing.
We just had a timeout about a minute ago, and then a dead ball here. And normally you might think that's kind of a quick key for Bob Betcher, but when you're playing a team like Spring Valley, you don't want it to get out of hand, do you?
Well, he's got a 7-point margin here to work with, and he didn't want it down to 1 or 2 before he could call timeout. That's how quickly momentum changes when you play Spring Valley basketball.
Shullsburg will come back with Edge, Morrissey, Weigel, Betcher, and Lutz. Spring Valley comes back with Churchill, Johnson, Kryback, Houlihan, and Chad Freshly.
Now they're going to match up in a half-court man-for-man.
2:10 to go, 45-38. Shullsburg on top by 7. Betcher to Lutz. Here's Betcher again. 2 more.
Nice recognition. The way to find the open man breaking to the basket.
Doing it outside and inside. Freshly, baseline shot. No. Kryback way up in the air to tip it in.
Beautiful timing. Beautiful.
The lead for Shullsburg still 7. Pressure in the backcourt. Shullsburg with an advantage of 4-on-2, but they'll slow it down.
I don't think Shullsburg really wants to get into the high-powered running up and down right now, Jim.
On the baseline, Lutz picked up by Krybeck. Here's Weigel. Betcher, he's open. Missed that one. Rebound, Justin Edge, and he put it back in. 12 for Edge, and the lead is 9. 49-40. Shullsburg on top. Spring Valley trying to get that offense going, but they've been plagued throughout most of this game by poor shooting.
Shullsburg has done a nice job of answering this surge.
Krybeck way short, and Edge has another rebound. Here comes Morrissey now. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Shullsburg looking to go up by double digits. Edge inside, off the glass and in.
The key to that was the move that he made to get free. He took a couple of steps, made a V-cut to the basket, and was open.
Krybeck shoots and scores. 32 seconds to go. Krybeck really starting to heat up. He's got 16. 25 seconds. Weigel gets it over the timeline. Loses a dribble, but Edge bails him out. He'll shoot it. He scores, but they're going to take it away on the player control foul. So wipe off the basket, and the ball goes back to Spring Valley.
Here's a classic taking a charge. Mike Churchill stands there, hands above his head. Beautiful defense. Coaches love that.
Edge had the right idea of pulling up for the jump shot, but he needed to go straight up, and he got caught leaning in on the foul. Here's Johnson on the baseline. 9 seconds to go. Krybeck in the lane. Ball loose with 6, with 5, with 4, all the way. Lutz missed it. 1 second, and that is the end of the third quarter. Shullsburg blows an opportunity to go up by 11, but they're pretty happy going into the fourth quarter up by 9. 51-42. Action in the 1991 WIAA State Basketball Championships will continue after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Weaver Auto Parts means a large selection of quality products at great prices. Worn-out belts and hoses are a leading cause of automobile breakdown. Now is the time to check under your hood. Then invest in the best. Choose Goodyear belts and hoses and get the exclusive Goodyear lifetime warranty. Weaver and Goodyear, names you can trust.
Weaver Auto Parts.
With convenient, computer-linked location.
When you buy a new car from Ankstead Chevrolet Buick Oldsmobile Geo, you'll get complete satisfaction from sales to service. Ankstead has been awarded the Service Excellence Award for the tri-state area. Come on in and see Dick and his friendly staff for your next new car. Using the most modern equipment, our specially trained service technicians and our experienced body shop personnel will make your car like new again. Complete satisfaction from the new generation of Oldsmobile and Ankstead Chevrolet Buick Old Geo in Darlington.
Jim Socha, Bill Groff back at the field house. A 9-point game. Shullsburg leading 51-42. Third quarter statistics, and the key for Shullsburg was the play of Betcher. He had 11 points in the quarter, and boy, they shot 75%.
Right, they're really hot now. Spring Valley did improve their shooting percentage, but as that was happening, so did Shullsburg.
Shullsburg also winning the battle of the boards, and it was also a key in that third quarter. They're out-rebounding Spring Valley by 9, 30-21.
That I'm a little bit surprised with, Jim. I thought that would be to Spring Valley's advantage today.
Okay, the Cardinals need to make a run here early in the quarter, if possible, to get back in position to win this thing. Jump shot, Hallback on the baseline, and there they go.
Buckle up, Jim.
They have 6. And it's a 7-point game. 3-on-1 break. Betcher inside, put it in. Beautiful job of breaking the press. Betcher with 18. Running the other way. Scoop shot. Good by Kevin Mueller.
Well, this is what we kind of anticipated, along with about 9,000 other people here.
53-46. The pace has really picked up here in the first 45 seconds of the quarter. Spring Valley scrambling all over. Betcher, another three on the way. No good. Johnson with a rebound.
That wasn't a bad shot. He's hot. He was wide open. You got to go with the guy who's got the hot hand.
7 minutes even. Here's Krybeck on the baseline. Goes all the way. Tries to shoot. Has it blocked. And is tied up inside. Jump ball call. And the arrow pointing in the direction of Shullsburg.
Spring Valley sets up in a full-court pressure situation off of that alternate possession.
Morrissey trapped in the backcourt. Gets it to Lutz. In the front court to Betcher. Nice job of breaking the pressure that time with 6:46 to go here in the ballgame. Justin Edge, he'll fire. Baseline, short. But he got it back, and he got fouled by the sliding Corey Krybeck.
Well, that was just a hustle play. Spring Valley's going to have to scratch and claw here to get back into this thing.
Krybeck in good shape, really. He's only got 2 fouls, so he's got a couple to play with. Betcher comes way out high to Lutz off the inbound pass. Over to Betcher. He'll fire for 3, and this one barely draws iron, and here comes Spring Valley.
That's about the same spot he missed his last shot, Jim.
Krybeck has it. Baseline, double pump, and he's fouled. You know, in that first quarter, Bill, Krybeck wasn't really looking to take the ball to the hoop too much. Since then, he has, and he's been more effective.
Well, that was a great example, and he's got some nice penetrating moves around the basket, especially along the baseline. Very deceptive, and he's either going to make the shot or he's going to get fouled, and here he is.
He was fouled by Scott Johnson. Johnson picked up his second. Krybeck with 17 points.
He's had a heck of a tournament.
He's had a heck of a season. He averages 20 points and 6 rebounds a game. He's only a junior. First team all-conference. He led this team in scoring last year as a sophomore.
And, Jim, if we have time to look up, it's only a 5-point margin right now.
Spring Valley just hanging around. And if you're a Shullsburg fan, you got to be a little worried about that. But Shullsburg has shown great poise in this tournament. Knocked away right in front of us and almost had to take cover on that one, Bill.
I almost got a steal. I was almost in the book.
Don Kerr didn't even bat an eye. He wanted the ball, and he wanted to shoot a 3, I think. Don Kerr, of course, our excellent statistician who's been with us for how many years, Don? A lot of years.
There's a situation where a Shullsburg player knocked his teammate out of bounds.
All right, on the turnover, the ball goes back to the Cardinals, who still have plenty of time with 6:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Shullsburg on top by 5, 53-48. Mueller gets it inside. Hallback shoots and misses, and the rebound comes down to Nick Packett. In the front court, that's Morrissey. Morrissey to Lutz. Backdoor cut, Justin Edge for an easy 2.
Beautiful. That's a timing play, and they did it just perfectly.
Justin Edge has 16, and the lead is back to 7. We've seen about 3 or 4 nice flashes to the basket this half by Shullsburg. Excuse me. Ball loose on the floor, but they're going to call Daryl Morrissey for the reach-in foul. That's his first. Take another look at Justin Edge making a good cut to the hoop.
He took his man out on the perimeter and then took a hard step toward the basket and kept going, and the pass was right on the money, Jim.
Nothing fancy about it. That's what you learn in 5th grade basketball. Step out away from the hoop and go back door. Inside, loose ball. Churchill got it, and he got an easy one.
Well, that's what Mike's got to do a lot of now in his last 5 minutes.
Churchill has 5, and his team back within 5. 5:18 to go.
It's going to be interesting to see how Shullsburg approaches this now. They've got a lead. Do you keep up that intensity, or do you kind of slow it down and become more deliberate?
Rick Woodworth back into the game for the Miners, and he'll shoot it on the baseline, and he'll miss it. Rebound taken down by Sean Houlihan. Spring Valley all the way. Johnson going down, puts it in. Johnson has 4, and Spring Valley back within 3. 55-52, and the Miners are going to take another timeout. And so are we. WIAA State Tournament action continues after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance Companies and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
Honey, it's starting.
Milk helps supply carbohydrate for get up and go. Potassium
Nightgown, socks, makeup.
for fast decisions.
Hurry!
Magnesium for balance.
Mike!
I'm coming.
And vitamin B complex to soothe your nerves
Already missed the beginning.
during life's little misunderstandings. Milk,
Honey, are you going now?
it does a body good.
You're a pretty good driver. What makes a good driver? No, it's not what you drive. Golden rocket. And it's not where you drive. It's how you drive. Avoid the company of bad drivers. And you won't pay for their mistakes. So, how would you drive?
Shullsburg by 3 back at the field house, and this has turned into another real good basketball game. A couple of interesting statistics, compliments of Don Kerr. Without Woodworth in the game, Shullsburg really held their own. They outscored Spring Valley 14-12, but now Spring Valley on an 8-2 run, and there's one of those spurts that we were talking about, Bill.
Momentum is an interesting phenomenon in basketball, and it changes so quickly.
The WIAA State Basketball Championships are an exclusive presentation of Rural Insurance Companies where good drivers don't pay for bad drivers. 4:46 to go.
Jim, I just want to reiterate what you said. Don Kerr is just fantastic when it comes to supplying us with factual information and key statements.
He can't be doing it alone, although we know he is. He's unbelievable. Ball off the leg of Krybeck and out of bounds.
They're going to pressure this.
There he
is. What
Don
a good-looking guy. Isn't he something?
Don also the conference commissioner of the Valley Conference up in central Wisconsin. So every once in a while I get some statistics from him at the office, too. So I'm kind of spoiled because I get to do business with Don quite a bit.
I'm going to send my taxes to him this year.
Oh, okay, back to the game. 4:06 to go. 55-52. Shullsburg taking the air out of the ball a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not. Woodworth misses inside, and the rebound taken out of there by Spring Valley. 3-on-2 break. On the drive, Johnson loses it. Justin Edge rips it out of there.
There's an example of a fast break where maybe they had one too many passes.
12 turnovers for Spring Valley in the ball game. The ball goes back to the Miners.
You're going to see Spring Valley taking some chances now and doubling up on the ball.
In the lane, Justin Edge scores again, and there's another slashing move to the basket. He's got 18, and his team leads by 5. In the front court, Houlihan on the drive, almost walked with it. Goes to Mueller, inside and out of bounds, off of Shullsburg. Substitution coming in for Shullsburg. Eric Weigel comes in, and, well, they're going to take Rick Woodworth out of there.
Well, they're going to have to make a decision now. Maybe they're doing it just to have better ball handlers in there against the half-court pressure of Spring Valley.
Krybeck inside, got good position and got the hoop. 57-54. Krybeck, after that slow start, has really warmed up. He's got 20. Morrissey to Edge, and they break the pressure again.
Okay, they're going to set something up here and see if they can get some time off the clock and get a good high-percentage shot.
Here's Weigel to Betzer on the baseline. On the flash, inside, Packett laid it in. Again, same kind of play and the same kind of result.
It looked like an instant replay, Jim, just a different player.
Shullsburg by 5, 59-54. Krybeck doubled up, in trouble, gets it right side. Houlihan in and out. Churchill had it, couldn't get it. Justin Edge saves it, but just throws it all the way down to the other end. Not a bad play by Edge.
No,
don't throw it under your basket. Throw it the other way.
Exactly. I thought it was a very alert play.
Mueller goes in, scores, and draws the foul.
Did you think this was going to be a blowout?
This guy has really made a couple of sensational drives to the basket. He slipped in between about 3 or 4 people.
Real nice body control here. Has to adjust a little bit. Leans in. Kiss off the glass.
Mueller with 15 points. He had 11 yesterday. He'll go to the line where he shoots 70%. Didn't get the roll that time, so Shullsburg's lead still 3. 59-56. 2:15 to go in the game.
That's not a safe 3-point lead either.
Weigel goes in the corner to Morrissey. A rare miss at the line for Spring Valley. They only missed 2 yesterday in the semifinal game. They shot something like 92%. Whistle inside, and the foul going to go against Mike Churchill.
Mike Churchill didn't want to do that. Spring Valley's not in a position yet where they're going to go really hard after the ball. That was just one of those unintentional bumps.
Churchill has 3 fouls. They get it into Justin Edge, who goes to Chad Betcher. We're under 2 minutes to go. Shullsburg still up by 3 and a big turnover. He thought they were going to go to the corner, and Justin Edge was looking for that backdoor cut again.
Well, that's an example of 2 players getting their zigs and their zags mixed up, Jim.
And when they zig, when they're supposed to zag, Bob Betcher gets an upset stomach on the sideline. Tryback travels.
That was a big trip down the floor. It would have been very nice for Spring Valley in Coach Bossard's opinion if they would have got a shot off.
13 turnovers for Spring Valley. The long pass up to Packett. Nice throw and an even better catch. With 1:42 to go, Shullsburg just trying to protect the basketball here and hold on. They win this. They are the Division IV champions. Weigel to Betcher. Back to Weigel. And he traveled with it.
Good call. He was a little bit out of control on that when he received the pass.
Spring Valley says, hey, let's take time out and talk about it. With 1:29 to go in the 4th quarter, Shullsburg leads by 3, 59-56. WIAA State Tournament action continues after these words from our statewide sponsors, Marshfield Clinic and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
Menards helps you do it yourself with quality brand names. Like Glidden Spreadwall Latex Paint. It's easy to apply and dries to a beautiful flat finish. Now $6.48 a gallon. Install a new Armstrong No-X vinyl floor. Time Span sheet vinyl is now only $7.99 a square yard. Easy to install Solarian floor tile. Just 79 cents per tile. Menards has your flooring and painting needs covered.
Save big money at Menards.
Impressive, challenging, advanced technology, the resources, the equipment, doing medical research in a modern environment, researching different diseases, what causes them, how to prevent them. That's why I moved to this little town in central Wisconsin. It's the cooperative spirit among doctors. And patient care, quality care, is always first priority. It's a simple philosophy. We work together to bring the best to our patients.
Marshfield Clinic, marking 3/4 of a century of service.
We're back at the field house. Shullsburg with 1:29, leading by 3, 59-56. Lots more basketball coming your way today on the WIAA Network. Division III championship game up next. It'll be Cuba City against Phillips. Then we'll take a short dinner break and be back tonight. Wilmot and Monroe in the Division II championship game. And then Jay Wilson will be in to call the Milwaukee King Tosa East Division I championship game. That ought to be a very good one as well. Way outside, Mueller can't get the roll, and Justin adds another key rebound.
He was going to tie it up on his own with that 3-point shot.
And he almost had it. Down to 1:10 to go. Shullsburg now not looking to the basket, just trying to protect the ball. Here's Betcher. On the drive to Packett, back to Betcher.
Keep in mind that both teams have 2 timeouts remaining under a minute.
53 seconds, and Betcher is fouled by Krybeck. 52 seconds, and not yet in the bonus. So Shullsburg will bring the ball in from the side, and I think Spring Valley would rather have Shullsburg in the bonus right now.
I think so too, Jim.
That's their 4th team foul, so they will shoot on the next one. On the other end, Spring Valley is definitely in the bonus. They go all the way in the backcourt to Morrissey with 50 seconds to go. Almost going, and finally Johnson has it. Ball loose on the floor, and Johnson is fouled by Justin Edge, and that was an exciting play.
Well, there's a perfect example of anticipating. Watch him anticipate the pass. Right there. He's playing on the line, up the line from the man he's guarding, and he steps into the passing lane, and he's standing on the free throw line as his reward. Beautiful defense.
On the season, Johnson only a 45% free throw shooter. Missed it. Churchill tied up the rebound, and let's look at the arrow. It's going to go to Spring Valley. Big play by Mike Churchill.
It really was, and that alternate possession arrow helped out, too.
Spring Valley down by 3 with 44 seconds to go. Johnson gets it to Mueller. Back to Johnson. Inside, deflected away, and stolen, but regained, but a foul. A foul against Spring Valley, and I think it'll go against Sean Houlihan.
He got him on the hand as he went for the ball.
36 seconds to go. Shullsburg will go to the line, up by 3.
Right in there, he got him. Lots of action.
Morrissey goes to the free throw line. He's got 2 points. You remember that quadruple pumper at the end of the first quarter. I think the quadruple pumper was big, but this might be even bigger, Bill.
This one is crucial. We still got a lot of time, though. 36 seconds, that's an eternity in basketball.
Shullsburg by 4, make it 5. Spring Valley going to have to hurry. Houlihan to Mueller. He'll fire for 3. In and out again. Rebound battle and tied up, and this time the arrow pointing to Shullsburg.
Well, I think he shot that one a little bit quick. I thought maybe they would work in one more pass to allow their players to get in better rebound position.
We got a timeout on the floor, and that's twice in the last minute and a half that Mueller has fired a 3, and it's been halfway down and then just spun back out.
Well, he's got confidence in his shooting ability, and I'm not going to question his shots. I just thought that maybe if they would have taken one more pass.
Another look at it, and if you're sitting at home in Spring Valley, you're gonna remember that one if Spring Valley doesn't come back to win this one.
Well, and the thing about that shot was they did have 2 guys on the offside ready to rebound in case it missed. But what happens maybe 20% of the time on the miss, it's rebounded on the ball side.
The Cardinals have gone a little cold in the last 2 minutes. They haven't scored since we had 2:21 to go in the ball game, and right now we're down to 29 seconds. So that's almost a full 2 minutes without getting a point on the board, and they need them now, and they need them fast. 61-56. The Shullsburg Miners looking eye to eye with the State Division IV championship right now.
And this is the way you want it to end up, Jim. You want a nice, tight game. You want kids playing their hearts out till the last second and the buzzer goes off, and they really have.
With the exception of that Milwaukee King win over Green Bay Preble last night, just about every game has been similar to this.
Well, I haven't heard anybody knocking on the WIAA door for a refund. I think everybody's gotten their money's worth.
Some of these people may just say, hey, it was so good, I'm going to pay double.
Yeah, let's do it again next weekend.
Take more of my money. It was well worth it. Okay, we're ready to go. Shullsburg with the ball, leading by 5, 61-56.
To no one's surprise, Spring Valley's in a full court pressure defense.
Justin Edge, they get it to Packett in the front court with 23 seconds. Almost stolen, but a foul again, and I think Johnson is going to get called for this one. 4 fouls on Johnson.
That's all they've got left right now, Jim. They've got to gamble and go for the ball and just go for every chance they get to steal the ball.
Chad Betcher will go to the free throw line. He's got 18 points. He had 11 in about a 2-minute span there early in the second half. No, excuse me, Justin Edge at the line. I'm sorry. Edge misses, but Weigel rebounds. 18 seconds to go. Spring Valley going to have to foul again. Can they do it, though? 12 seconds. Still no foul. Morrissey to Packett. Still no foul, and finally, with 6 seconds to go. They're going to scrape Nick Packett off the floor and tell him to go shoot a free throw.
They did an excellent job of spacing their players out and really killing a lot of precious time.
They are going crazy to our left, up in the Shullsburg cheering section.
Shullsburg obviously says, we think it's an intentional foul. But the officials said no, 1 and 1.
6 seconds to go. They're up by 5. And the Spring Valley players getting a nice hand from the fans, and obviously well-deserved because they've given us lots of excitement here at this state tournament. That 37-point fourth quarter yesterday, and they played a real scrappy game again today. Packett puts Shullsburg up by 6, 61-56, and if he hits this one, that ought to do it. They could still do it with 2 3-pointers, but if they go down by 7, we can just about forget it.
You're talking 3 possessions.
Packett nails it, and that's going to do it. They bring it down, shot on the way, in and out, rebound inside, up and in by Chad Presley, but it is over. Shullsburg wins it. The Shullsburg Miners win the Division IV state championship 63-58 over the Spring Valley Cardinals. We'll be back with the award ceremonies in just a minute. Action in the 1991 WIAA State Basketball Championships will continue after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Aaron's Cadillac Oldsmobile sells luxury for less. A new 91 Olds 88 Royale, a spacious family car with a powerful 3800 V6 engine and front-wheel drive, is available now at Aaron's from $14,496. Or test drive the new 91 Olds Cutlass Supreme. It's one car that does it all, from style to handling to ride. It's every car you've ever wanted, and it's priced at Aaron's from $12,789. Why would you buy anywhere else? Why would you even look anywhere else? Aaron's Cadillac Oldsmobile in Madison.
Southwest Tech, a commitment to excellence. Start today for tomorrow's job.
Southwest Wisconsin Technical College provides the technical job training that today's employers are looking for. The future's bright for Southwest Tech grads. 5 years after graduating, they're earning $3,600 a year above the state average. 2 out of 3 new jobs by the year 2000 will require technical job training. For high-tech training, jobs, and a great future, call
Southwest Tech.
It was the 3rd grade, the snow had just fallen, and it was time for recess. Well, what else do 3rd graders do after a fresh snowfall but have a big snowball fight? So I had this really nice snowball in my hand, and I saw Whitey Sen over there. And I figured I'd had a good shot at him. I got my arm up to here, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw Sister Genevieve. Well, I knew I was cooked. Sister called me over and said, Jay, please write a 2,000-word paper on the proper uses of snow. Well, I did it, and I haven't thrown a snowball since.
The Shullsburg Miners beat the Spring Valley Cardinals for the WIAA Division IV State Championship. And now with the award ceremony, here's PA announcer Jack Rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, to make the presentations to the Division IV teams are Michael Healy, Vice President of the Board of Control and the District Administrator, Caston Public Schools. Chris Nelson, Principal at Randolph High School. Assisted by Karen Kuhn, the Assistant Director of the WIAA. Here are the Spring Valley Cardinals. Jason Williams. Ryan Capping. Travis Panic. John Houlihan. Kevin Mueller. Corey Private. Chad Freshley. Scott Johnson. Dan Holback. Brent Pratt. Brad Burgess. Ben Lamb. Mike Churchill. Nick Peabody. Joe Hutter. And the coach of the 1991 Division IV runners-up from Spring Valley, Rob Bosshart. Here are the champions. Brian Leslie. Jeremy Shepard. Nick Packett. Daryl Morrissey. Jason Hauser. Brad Lutz. Chad Betcher. Mike Woodworth. Chad Unbehawn. Eric Weigel. Justin Ed. Eric Niemeyer. Tom King. Scott Foley. Rick Woodworth. And the coach of the 1991 Division IV state champions, Shullsburg High School, Bob Betcher.
Another great effort by the Shullsburg Miners, and let's give a lot of credit to the Spring Valley Cardinals, too. They were both very good basketball teams here at the championship game today. Okay, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half. Here's what really got Shullsburg going. Chad Betcher with 3 quick threes early in the third quarter.
Gets the pass, he's in rhythm, it goes up, bottom of the net.
When Spring Valley decided to take the 3 away from Betcher, Betcher did what he's supposed to do. He decided to flash to the basket, and look at him here, wide open on the cut, and he goes up strong with an easy 2-point hoop.
That's going to make his dad real proud when they look at this film again.
Really their bread and butter play, that backdoor cut to the basket. We see it again. Justin Edge, who had a good game, gets 2 more.
As we said, Jim, same play, different player.
Spring Valley was down by 9 after 3, but as expected, they made a nice run. Kevin Mueller with another one of those unbelievable drives to the basket, brought him back within 6, and then shortly after that, Scott Johnson with another one of his lean-in shots. Got him within 3 with 2:21 to go, but that was it. That was as close as they would get.
Great effort on the part of both teams.
Okay, the final statistics, and Spring Valley warmed up a little bit as the game wore on, but still only shot 39%. When Shullsburg shoots 49%, you really expect to win, don't you, Bill?
Well, in most cases, yes, you do, Jim.
I thought, well, we're going to look at the individual leaders. Kryvik again, after that slow start, led the way with 20 points, and Edge and Betcher showing what a fine, balanced team Shullsburg is. And Spring Valley, as you can see, balanced as well. I thought maybe one of the keys was Spring Valley not able to get to the free throw line down the stretch. Yesterday, when they scored 37 points in the fourth quarter in that semifinal game, they spent a lot of time at the free throw line. Today, they only got there 4 times and only made 2.
Well, especially when they're putting on their surge. You know, most of it was field goal attempts.
Also impressed with the way Shullsburg used their bench. Each day here at the state tournament, they had a guy or 2 in foul trouble, but the guys who came in as subs did a good job.
Well, I think especially in a stretch there when Woodworth was sitting on the bench, they held their own real well.
Okay, head coach Bob Betcher, the winner, caught his breath, and Jay Wilson has this interview with him right now. Jay?
Thanks, Jim, very much. Well, Bob, you just said it. Nothing can compare with these 2 days, huh?
It's just something unbelievable. These kids have dreamed about this for a long time, and the dream has come true. If I could impose upon the TV here, I'd like to say hi to our principal, John Engels, who couldn't be with us because of operations that he's had medically. Hi, John, we got it for you, too.
We can talk about so many big plays in a game like this. I mean, so much up and down action and things like that, but your son Chad hitting the 3-pointers was really a big thing.
Well, you know, he started off, I think he missed about 5 or 6 in a row, but we've got confidence in him. He has confidence in himself. His teammates have confidence in him, and he'll keep shooting. And you saw the shooter that he is at that moment.
I think of Justin Edge's play. Morrissey hit a couple of big free throws down the stretch. He just had some pretty good performances from a lot of guys, and that's what you need.
You know, I really have a hard time talking about individuals on our team because so many times it's this guy that comes up big, and then it's this guy, and then it's this guy, and sometimes it's in a game, a specific game, and sometimes it's a part of a game. And, you know, Brad Lutz doesn't score much, but he rebounds, he plays defense. Daryl Morrissey handles the ball, controls the game for us. Chad shoots, Justin rebounds, Eric and Rick rebound, and I could go right down the line with every one of them. They all contribute in every single game.
And there's some people that never got in the game. Those are your fans. They supported you unbelievably.
Well, I owe a lot to those kids. Because they helped us get better. And you know, next year we may find out how good they are too. You know, we got Nick Packett coming off the bench, and you know, he came up really big yesterday. And today he came in and played steady ball, hit some free throws when we needed them. Just an unbelievable performance by the Miners today.
They strike gold at the Fieldhouse in Madison. Congratulations, Bob. Enjoy it.
Thank you. When we get back our feet on the ground, we'll have a chance to enjoy it. It's great.
All right. Well, stay up in the air for a couple of days at least.
Thank you.
Bob Betcher, winning head coach from Shullsburg. Now let's go back to Jim and Bill.
Thanks a lot, Jake. Cuba City and Phillips coming up next in our Division II championship game. Ken Syke will be in to call the play-by-play for that one. I'm going to be leaving. You're going to be staying. I've had fun doing these games with you the last few days, Bill.
Jim, thanks so much. I'm a rookie here, and you're a pro, and you were understanding and patient with me. It's a great thrill. One of my highlights for 25 years of coaching.
You perform like a wily veteran. Thanks a lot, Bill. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Action in the 1991 WIAA Boys Basketball Championship We'll continue after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
I meant that.